Oftentimes when we're looking to buy a new house, we're looking at the cosmetic things that the home needs. Siding, windows, new countertop, maybe a new bathroom. But what we'd also need to look for is the efficiencies of the home or lack of efficiency that might cause problems. Today we're in Whitesboro, New York. We have a customer who just recently purchased this house in the fall and found out very quickly how inefficient her home was. Turns out there wasn't a single bit of insulation in the home. Her bedrooms were freezing. She had terrible ice and was very uncomfortable, not to mention the very high energy bills. So today, we're here with both our spray foam truck and our cellulose truck. We're going to insulate the entire home, from the basement rim joist all the way up the walls, up the sloping ceilings, and across the flat. This home will be at least 40% more efficient than when it started. Let's go inside and we'll take a look from bottom to top. So we start off in the basement. The weak spot of the basement is the rim joist. You've heard me talk about this before, but it's the place where your floor joists sit on top of your foundation. It is the weakest spot in the house. And the best way to combat this area, because it's almost always in a very odd shape, it's got things in front of it, is to spray foam it. This way it seals, it waterproofs, it conforms to any kind of space that we need to. And it is the beginning stages of us creating the most efficient home that we can for this older home. Chris is spraying a 2-pound closed cell foam. It's actually a harder foam. It goes in as a liquid. Within 30 seconds it becomes a plastic. And it, as you can see, conforms to any space that we need to. By far much more efficient than a fiberglass bat or trying to cut pieces of foam board to fit into this space. It seals all the spaces. He can come down on top of the foundation to make sure that that's completely sealed, and we'll have a very nice, efficient basement in that way, even when it's an older home. The house that we're in today is actually a Cape Cod style home. That means that our home has sloping ceilings. Essentially, we have living space in the attic. So we have a sloping ceiling, we have knee walls, we have pockets in the knee walls, and all these things are really a big part of why a home is so uncomfortable. We have hot summers and really cold winters, and the walls are cold and the roof is cold. So what we need to do is gain access to the pockets to be able to insulate in that area, as well as insulate the sloping ceilings and this little tiny bit of flat. It'll make all the difference in the world. In this house, we actually have an access to be able to get into this space through a closet. These closets are often used for storage and things of that nature. We'll need to get those cleared out, and then we'll be able to insulate the roof line with a spray foam. The rest of the sloping ceiling is done with cellulose, and it makes a complete envelope. In other cases, we actually need to cut holes into the walls to gain access to the pockets. We'll get inside those pockets, spray the roof line, insulate it as tight as possible, then we'll put another piece of sheetrock on. We'll patch and seal it. It's as if we were never there. So once we've completed the foam in the pockets, we have to worry about these sloping ceilings. These are right up against the roof deck, so we can't get foam to that without taking the entire sheetrock down. So instead, we drill holes and we blow cellulose and dense pack it completely. In most cases, we can get it from the attic space, but in this case, that space is so small, a person can't get in there, so we're gonna have to drill that. You've seen already, we've drilled it, we've insulated it, and we put the first layer of plaster on it. We'll get that down to a complete finished surface. It'll get repainted and you'll never know we were here. One of the last steps in insulating this house is insulating the sidewalls. Like I said earlier, there wasn't a bit of insulation in the house. We removed the exterior siding, we drill through the old clapboards, and it exposes this open cavity wall. You can see there's not anything in this wall. Nothing to protect us from the elements of the outside, whether it be cold or hot. And so what we will do is we're gonna put the hose to this, pneumatically dense pack these walls with cellulose so it'll be back really, really tight, and that's gonna give them the efficiency of almost a brand new home. Once we're done filling the walls with cellulose, we'll plug the holes, put the siding back on, and it'll be like we were never here, just like upstairs. Except this home is going to be at least 40% more efficient, if not better than that. It's going to be warmer in the winter, much cooler in the summer. You're not going to hear the outside noises. The home is going to be so much more efficient and comfortable. If you think your home might be in need of insulation, or just in need of an evaluation, and you're ready to save lots of energy, give Standard Insulating a call.